Hi, it's Alex. Welcome back to my channel. It's a fabric haul today, as promised. Yeah, what can I say? I told myself a few weeks ago that I wouldn't buy any new fabric until I'd used up all those fabrics that I talked about recently that I'd been kind of saving. So my plan was not to buy anything until that pile had gone, and yeah, clearly I failed. Luckily I didn't make that as a sort of public pledge, but yeah, I have bought bits and pieces over the last month, I guess, so I'll show you those. Before I do, I'm just going to tell you that I kind of refound this dress. Do you know, last week it was absolutely boiling hot. We were outside in the garden, you know, in shorts and t-shirts and all the rest of it, and now the heating is back on and it's pouring down with rain. It's freezing cold and I've actually got tights on. British weather, I tell you. Anyway, when I was sort of digging out things from summer and winter, I refound this dress that I made, I reckon probably a couple of years ago, and it's hold on, it's a pattern from the assembly line, and it's called, hold on, I've got it on my screen, the V-neck dress. I really like this. I mean, I could probably size down now, it's pretty roomy, but for a day like this when it feels all kind of, you know, a bit miserable and cold and wet, and I'm just sort of indoors all day because where else are we at the moment? Yeah, I really enjoy it. It comes also as a sleeveless option, and it has a kind of tie belt, which to be honest I've made and never worn. But yeah, I might make a summer version, and I love the colour of this fabric. If ever there was a colour that was me, this is it really. I bought this fabric from Fabworks. So my first fabric is one that I had been eyeing up for weeks. I kept lurking on their website page and looking at it and trying to justify buying it, trying to justify spending the money, and trying to think of something that I would make with it. It is this linen, which is an amazing quality linen, in this colour, which is more of a green than this kind of tealy colour that I'm wearing here. The colour is called Deep Pool, which feels, yeah, like a good description of it. And it's from a company called With This Cloth, who have been going a relatively short while, maybe about 6 months. It's run by a lady called Nicole Madison, and she is somebody that I know from Instagram. And I've been following her on Instagram for a while. She's one of those people that you kind of feel is a friend, even though you've never met each other. And she had a company providing kind of house linens, tablecloths, and really beautiful quality linens for the home. And inevitably, you know, being a sewing person, that led into providing fabrics for the sewing community. And her company is a little bit different in that she really does aim at absolutely excellent quality linens. She goes to all the factories herself, she sources them, meets them face to face in person, so it's all about really good quality, really good colours, nice deep colours that are going to stay the course. And she also has some linen and wool blends, which I'd never even seen before or heard of before, so that, you know, for people that absolutely love linen, you can wear linen all year, but those linen and wool blends are definitely ones that you could wear in the winter when it gets colder. Eventually I saw a dress that I wanted to make and decided I would make it from this linen, and it is a summer dress, and I'm going to show it to you on my next video because it's going to be in my dress patterns. But the reason I haven't actually done it is because I haven't made that pattern before, and because this fabric feels so kind of precious to me, because it really is such, you know, lovely quality linen and in a colour that is so very, very me. I don't really want to use it for that dress without having made a toile first, and I just haven't got around to it. Couldn't resist it. So I've been really good, and I've kept all my receipts for my fabric so I can tell you how much it all cost. So the deep pull was £9 for half a metre. So I've got 2.5 metres, which came to £45. So it is absolutely worth that because it is stunning quality. But obviously you can see why I've been reluctant to use it on a pattern I haven't sewn before. So then the next thing I ordered from Material Girl Laura, who I have to say is absolutely killing it at the moment with some of her fabric selections. She's started a new range of children's fabrics. If that's your bag, my kids are way past that stage, and I really hope I'm in for a long wait before we get to grandchildren. But yeah, she's doing great range of children's fabrics, but her adult fabrics, her general fabrics, at the moment, every time she puts a post on Instagram, my kind of ordering hand is starting to twitch. She's got some really good stuff at the moment. Anyway, this one I bought probably a few weeks ago now, maybe a month ago. It's Viscose and it's striped. And I do love a stripe. This is not my first striped fabric in this pile. And the reason I was attracted to it is because I really wanted to make a lightweight sleeveless Melio shirt. I've only ever made a kind of sleeved version, you know, with a proper cuff and everything. So I wanted to make the short sleeve one, which basically has a grown on sleeve, so nice and quick and easy to make. And there are colours in this fabric that are not really my colours. So they're not fabrics, colours that are actually going to be massively flattering to me, like that bright pink. I don't know if you can see it. There's a bright pink, and that pale lavender colour is never good on my pale skin. It has to be a kind of, get a bit darker before it works for me, a kind of lavender or lilac. And that, yeah, so just in general, I thought there are colours in here that I can't normally wear. But there are also those green stripes, and I thought, well, most greens work for me. And because it's striped and it's not a kind of block of one colour, I'm hoping that I can get away with it. And it's nice and lightweight and perfect for a kind of shirt to wear for this time of year. So yeah, that's my plan, to use this. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't made it already. It may get jumped to the top of the pile pretty soon. But yeah, love that, and go check out Laura's fabrics at the moment. Well, if you don't want to spend any money, don't go and have a look. But yeah, she's got some great stuff at the moment. So my next fabric is a floral, and although florals aren't my kind of first choice of print, I'm certainly not, you know, against them, and I've made a couple of floral things recently, including a dress with daffodils on it, white with daffodils as a print. And I've said before that I absolutely love daffodils. They are my favourite flower, and they represent a lot of positivity to me. So I saw this and I couldn't resist it. It's pretty full on. There's a lot of daffodils. So I bought it from a company that I don't really know anything about, but kept popping up on my Facebook feed. And when this fabric came up, I just couldn't resist it. Unfortunately, I have lost the receipt for this one, so I don't know how much it was. But and I've looked on their website. They don't have it anymore, but I don't think it could have been too expensive, or I probably wouldn't have taken a punt on it. So they say that they stock small batches of dead stock fabric, so I thought they were worth checking out. It is 100% cotton, so my concern was that it could be kind of quilting weight cotton and not really suitable for dressmaking. And I don't think I had any idea what I would make with it either. And I would say that it probably is quilting weight cotton. It's certainly thick enough for quilting anyway. But I do think that it's got enough about it to make it suitable to make a dress out of. Having said that, I've got absolutely no idea what dress I'm going to make out of it. However, I am going to go through my dress pattern soon, so I'm certainly going to have this fabric in mind when I go through and do that, because I seem to have bought quite a lot of it. Yeah, it is that narrower width, which also makes me think it's probably designed to be quilting cotton, but I just couldn't resist it. Daffodils get me every single time, so yeah, who knows what I'm going to make out of it. It's certainly going to be a bit of a statement, or certainly a statement for me anyway. So you know the sorry tale of what happened with my Nanny IRA fabric, and all fabulously resolved with my new skirt, so that all turned out nice. But of course, you know, the usual story, you're on a website ordering fabric for one thing, and you kind of think, well, while I'm paying for postage, I might as well see what else they've got. And I only needed a metre, so it was coming all the way from Japan. That's my excuse. So I ordered this. Now, this is also Nanny IRA, and I have wanted to buy it for a long time, and I just couldn't justify it because it's not cheap. It is cheaper when it comes from Japan, and this is my third order from this seller. The first 2 times I did get a customs charge, but this last time I didn't, so it seems to be a bit hit and miss. I think the customs charge was about £14–15, so you know, you do take a bit of a risk. It's probably not worth it if you're trying to order from Japan just to save money, but they do seem to have a bigger range available out there than some of the people in the UK that stock Nanny IRA fabric, so it's a bit hit and miss. Anyway, this, can you hear the dogs barking? This just reminds me of the artist Mark Rothko, and I absolutely love Rothko. So it looks like this. I might put some pictures in because they're probably clearer. So it's like that. They're always quite narrow, these Japanese fabrics, and my excuse for buying it was that I would make something for my husband. I was going to make him a shirt because there was a new shirt pattern had been released pretty much the day I ordered this from Elba Textiles, and I think it's called the Sanders shirt. If that's not right, I'll put a title below. And there's a couple of versions. There are kind of pockets, and then there's those sort of integral pockets, you know, where it kind of almost blends with the outside. And I thought that that would make a really nice shirt for David in this fabric. So that was my excuse to buy the fabric. So when it came and I pre-washed it, I was waxing lyrical about how much I'd had my eye on this fabric for such a long time, and how I was dying to sew with it, and I was going to make him this shirt. And Dave said, I really don't think you should make me a shirt from it. I think you should have it. And he is just a naturally really kind person like that. I have gone with that, and I've kept it for myself. And I've kind of had a hankering to wear black again. I was one of those people who as a teenager wore black through the whole of my teenage years, even though that was the 80s. Yeah, I keep thinking that I don't really have anything black anymore, and I really want to wear something black again. So I'm kind of, yeah, super inspired to make something out of this sooner rather than later. Any ideas? Let me know. So then I got drawn into Fabworks, and if you don't know it, Fabworks is a shop over in Yorkshire. They have a website, so they sell online, and when I moved up here I realised it was about an hour's drive away, and it's kind of a minor detour on my journey to take my daughter to and from university. And then probably about a year ago I went to my first meetup in Dewsbury, where Fabworks is, which is run by Ali, aka Thimbers, who was recently on the Sewing Bee. So she organises a meet-up there because there's a couple of fabric shops and stalls in the local market. It's a traditional Yorkshire mill town. But yeah, Fabworks is there and they have a massive shop. So I had a hankering to make a striped shirt. Now I have a bit of a thing for blue and white striped shirts. I've got quite a few of them, but I wanted to make one with a thicker stripe, and sure enough they had this, which is actually, they call it Slate Grey. I would say it's a sort of bluey grey colour, and it's a mere £4 a metre. So I wanted to order a couple of metres of that to make a shirt with. I'm not going to make one with a collar stand. I want to make one a little bit like, in fact I may even make another Monty shirt like I made a little while ago. But yeah, I just wanted a nice kind of chunkier stripe. In fact, to be honest, I'm still keeping my eyes out for something with an even thicker stripe. So I went on Fabworks, put a couple of metres of that in my basket, and then as you do, you think, oh, I'll just have a little look around the site, see what else there is. And then I saw this, which is denim, and is called Blueberry. So I have washed this, and I would say it's like a dark indigo. It has got slight kind of purpley blueberry vibes to it, but see what you think. So yeah, somewhere between a kind of very dark navy and a blueberry, and it's only £6 a metre. So I've ordered 2 metres of that, and I'm going to make another pair of ginger jeans out of that. The truth is, I'm not going to probably do that in the next little while because the weather's getting warmer. We're not wearing jeans so much at the moment, but that's the sort of fabric at that price that I kind of thought I'd better snap that up before it goes. So yeah, I really like that. Hold on, has it got stretch to it? Yes, it is a stretch denim, but you know, £6 a metre for a pair of, so 12 quid for a pair of jeans. It's not bad, is it? And a pair of jeans that are going to fit me. So then I saw this, which is white jersey, and I think it's called Slub. There we go, slubby single jersey. So it has this kind of texture to it. But yeah, it has a texture to it. And the reason I got that is that I have been looking for quite a while for linen jersey fabric. I've got a couple of linen jersey t-shirts that I've bought in the shops, and I would love to be able to get hold of some linen jersey fabric. And the lovely Haga on Instagram of Hagadashery, she did the research for me, bless her. By coincidence, she was also looking for it, and she put a post up of the different stores that she'd found, that not all of them were in the UK, but that shipped to the UK, that stock it. So I had a look at some of those, but it is quite expensive, and you know, it's back to kind of, oh, it's just a t-shirt. So I wondered whether this might, obviously it's not going to feel the same as linen jersey, but it's got that kind of texture to it, and that's, I think, what I was attracted to. So for the price of, where was it, £5 for a metre, I'm going to make myself a t-shirt. And then I kind of went down a bit of a jersey fabric wormhole, which is very easy to do at Fabworks, because my husband loves, and I've got it here, he loves t-shirts from COS, right? Nothing very exciting, it's just a plain t-shirt. Every time he wears these t-shirts, he says, oh, I really love this fabric, it's absolutely gorgeous. Could you make me some t-shirts like this? Most of his the other t-shirts he's got are the sort that have just been bought from, you know, standard high street places. And yeah, he always loves those t-shirts. So I've been kind of trying to find some jersey fabric that would feel the same. And I've kind of thought, well, if it isn't the same, I'm always going to use it for something else anyway. So I bought 2 jerseys to kind of try out. One was this one, which is just a plain black single jersey. It's called Extra because it's extra wide. And again, it's £5 a metre. I've ordered a metre because I'll get him a t-shirt out of a metre. I would say that that is nice enough. It's the same kind of jersey that you probably do get on the high street. Nothing very exciting. sort of fairly typical t-shirt fabric, but it's not as nice as the jersey that comes on this COS t-shirt. Then the other one I got was this one, which is called Darkest Navy. This has got a bit of a sheen to it and feels, you know, it's just blue jersey fabric, but it does feel a little bit nicer, I would say, than the black. Not that there's anything wrong with the black, but it still doesn't have that really super fine quality of that COS t-shirt there. So I'm going to make him t-shirts out of both of these just to see what he thinks. Again, I think that one was £5 a metre. Looks like it. So I'll see what he thinks and get some kind of feedback from him. But I don't think I've fulfilled the brief yet of managing to nail that quality fabric in that COS t-shirt. And still on Fabworks, having a little troll around the website, I spotted this, and I guess it gave me similar kind of Mark Rothko vibes as the Nanny IRA fabric. It's called something Ombre, Natural Elements Ombre, and it comes in panel lengths because it has a kind of repeating pattern. So each panel is 1.7 meters, and it kind of goes ombre from brown to blue. So yeah, starts at blue and then kind of has an ombre effect where it moves and develops into more of a kind of chocolate brown colour. So I've got 2 panels of that, so that's over 3 meters of fabric, and again, no idea, it's a cotton. No idea what I'm going to make out of it. Probably some kind of dress. I'm very fond of a shirt dress, so maybe some kind of shirt dress. I'd like to take advantage of that ombre somehow, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyway, I couldn't resist, so I put that in my basket, but it wouldn't let me check out. I sent them a message on their website saying, you know, I'm trying to check out, but I've got a problem. So bless them, within a couple of hours they gave me a call, and it was just a bit of a computer blip, and he said, look, I can take your order over the phone. So I read my order out over the phone, and then he said, and he wasn't pushing, he actually said, I'm not pushing, but you are about £10 away from being eligible for free delivery. So it's entirely up to you. But I think the delivery was around about £5 or £6. So I did buy this, and I had seen it and put it in my basket and taken it back out again. It's a bit of a different colour for me, but it's this chartreuse, nice big wide polka dot fabric. I've got 2 meters of it. It's an organic cotton. It was £7 a metre. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but yeah, 2 meters is a bit of a funny length really for dresses. It's not quite enough for a dress, unless it's something very, very straight and, you know, sleeveless maybe. So we'll see. I'll think about it. But yeah, that's the end of my confession. Obviously I have been very bad, especially for somebody who said she wasn't going to buy any fabric until she used up all the good stuff I already had. So let's say, now I've done that, yeah, I'm going to say this, it's literally, I'm just thinking it now, but I'm going to say publicly, I'm not going to buy any fabric for, let's say, to the end of June. It's got to be, right, I've checked, it's the 11th of June today. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a month. I am not going to buy any new fabric until the 11th of July. Thread, zips, buttons, that's all okay. Interfacing, I mean, that's not really fabric, is it? And I do need some interfacing, but no new fabric for a month. And I'm really going to stick to that, because now I've said it to you, I've got to. So yeah, better use all of this up. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for everybody who's subscribed and all the people who've joined recently. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be fabulous, and hit the bell and all of that stuff. And yeah, thanks a lot. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I suddenly decided to go on a no-buy for the next month. But anyway, I've said I'll do it, so I'm going to stick to it. See you soon. Bye.